with the spotlight on an earnings candidate. You have IRFC that's come out with their quarter four numbers, where you've seen a subdued performance when you talk about PAT and NII on a year-on-year basis. Also, but if you look at the gross NPA, it's almost zero. The cost of funds is down by about 15 basis points on a quarter-on-quarter basis, while the NIMs have come in at around 1.5% versus 1.4% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Let's bring on board the management of IRFC. We have Mr. Manoj Kumar Dubey, who is the CEO and MD of the company, joining us this morning. Very good morning to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us on ET Now. And it's been 2 years since the company has actually not made any disbursements. If you could help us understand, when will the disbursement start and how much the disbursement number is the company eyeing, at least for this year?
Good morning, Sisti. So thank you for having me here. As you rightly mentioned at the beginning that there was no disbursement for FY24 and 25. I'll just make some little corrections. We already started doing disbursement right from the Q4 of FY25. And yes, Railways has not been taking any disbursement for the last 2 years, for the fact that till FY23, as you know, there was huge disbursement to Indian Railways, taking our loan books to more than 5 lakh crores. The debt equity ratio were also very high for the last 2 years because government budgetary supports are coming very in good numbers to Railways. They did not take any EBR support from us. And also our debt equity ratio was little going down and coming to the level where we wanted to. So IRFC 2.0, as we are calling nowadays, is regarding funding not only to Indian Railway as a single client, but to all the participants in the railway ecosystem. And we have already started doing it. In fact, in the first 4 months of this calendar year, we have already sanctioned loans of 14,000 crore, and there is steady disbursements also.
Manoj, the other thing I wanted to talk about, because you've been saying that you're diversifying from one customer, that's the Indian Railways, to the other customers which have had linkages to railways. Why this diversification, and what took it so long to actually diversify? Because some are wondering that too.
Yeah, that's a very good question. You see, if we look at my 5 years kind of loan assets, the steep rise in the demand from the railways to meet its capex requirements started going on from FY 18-19, and it has come to the level where more than 5 lakh crores has been taken, and out of this 5 lakh crore, 3 lakh crore plus has come in last 5 years only. So the appetite for infrastructure projects in this country for the last decade, and more so in last 5 years, is very high. Railways, as one customer, has already taken more than 5 lakh crores. It is time that we also look to bring in cheap kind of resources in terms of the funding to all other stakeholders who are working in the railway ecosystem, like PPP projects, the people who are doing last mile, first mile connectivity, port people who are going to augment a lot of things for the railways. Also, the renewable energy which is coming from various sources of power suppliers, they also need a lot of fundings, and we intend to lend to them also. There is one inherent benefit also in this kind of strategy, is that, our margins are fixed with the railways. While going away from the railways to the other stakeholders in the railways, we will be looking forward to a better margin compared to the other people and still earning more. So that is the whole strategy that we are going to follow in the future.
Right. So I just wanted to understand, so what is the size of this railway linkage business that the company is diversifying into? What kind of margins will be there in this business? If you could help us understand.
So yes, so as I mentioned earlier also, that nearly 2.6 lakh crore is the capex budget of Indian Railways, which they are directly spending. If you look at the whole railway ecosystem, another 2.5 lakh crore is required every year in terms of the other things that are being done for the railways. Like, for example, if railway wishes to go all green in terms of their power supply, nearly 8 gigawatt is required till 2030, and for 8 gigawatt, nearly 30 to 35 gigawatt of establishment has to be made. So this is one of the aspects. Other aspects are like any first mile, last mile connectivity, any port connectivity, all these things taken together, every year the appetite outside railways for the railway system is more than 2 lakh crore. into this, we are also now going to look forward to funding to the metro railways and the rapid rails in the metros. Up till now, they were mainly funded by the bilaterals and multilaterals. We want to enter into that arena also. And since it's a long time gestation loans, and we are also giving 15-year and 20-year type loan to the Indian Railways, we are going to have a look at that also with a whole of government approach. So these are the new areas where we want to look forward to linking everything to the Indian Railways itself.
Right. So will this diversification, will it have an impact on your asset quality by any chance?
Mostly because it's all government and CPSEs only. So we intend to be zero NPA. And we are also looking at the quality assets with the rating assets only. We are not participating into any of the RFPs where the quality of asset is not rated less than A. So the quality of assets is very important for us, and we want to maintain it, having a zero NPA status. Still, by doing that, we believe that our margins, what we used to get from a single client railways, will be at least 2 to 3x in the other businesses, because we are very, very efficient in terms of our peers, including the banks. For the fact that my overhead cost is very low, it is less than 0.1% to my revenue, which is industry lowest, and that gives us a lot of legroom to fund to a good quality assets at a cheaper rate.
Right. So lastly, I wanted to ask you about, this rundown of 10,000 crore rupees in your AUM this year, including the disbursement number that you are giving. Where is it that your AUMs you think will stand at the close of FY26?
So last 2 quarters, we refrained from giving the numbers, but now that many things are in pipeline, and we have already done 14,000 crore of loan assets in our bag, and disbursements are also started. There are many important projects in pipeline for refinancing also with the railway systems. We have indicated to the market that we intend to disburse around 30,000 crore this year. And we are looking forward to sanction of loans of around 60,000 crore. So that is the ballpark figure that we have given. And we are sure that sooner than later, we'll achieve these things. And then we'll see what targets we wish to fix other than the railway assets going forward. And in any case, anything is needed by the Indian Railways, they'll surely going to come to us only. And that will be something over and above what we are thinking of doing in the whole railway ecosystem.
Manoj, what's the roadmap for becoming a Maharatna company now?
You see, as per the let-down procedures, we are already, after the end of this FY, we are already fulfilling all the criteria. Now there is a very tedious process through which this proposal has to go forward. We'll surely look to apply for it this year. And let's see how owners and government of India reacts to it. But so far as we are concerned, the figures that are required to be a Maharatna, that is 5,000 crore of profit for last 3 FYs and 25,000 crore plus is the revenue that we are already fulfilling. And if we are going to do well in our business, I believe that government of India will surely will have a close look at us, giving us the status. That is something which is only a confirmation of what we are doing, and we are sure that we are going forward towards achieving that also.
Good luck with that already. Thanks so much for your time today, Mr. Dubey.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.